Well, Coach, in a few months' time, snow will blanket the Great Peaks just to our west. But for now, summer still in full swing at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Go!
Set, ready, 8, read.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. Check pass, set.
Hey, exit.
Watch the eye.
Ready, go. Head up.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Lock now on first down. Gets it to Gordon. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Hey, C6. Ready?
Play action. Now it's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run. Pass people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Locke going to bring the offense up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing now is Locke. He's going to take a shot for the... And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. 23 yards for the touchdown. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Mike is 59. Mike. Go, go, go.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
He likes to sneak out late.
Here's Darnold. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Check tight.
Now Bell. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Now Darnold. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Ready?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Mike 54. Let's go, Heavy.
Hey, Charlie.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me the
On 3rd down, Locke. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, 71 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Back to throw, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
54
Darnold from the gun. That's complete. It's Bell. And now running right through it. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To the air again, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out.
Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. From the 31, Locke. This is the tight end fan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. On 1st down, Locke. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let him know.
Hey, wahoo!
54. Mike, 50.
Block will try again on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Locke now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Locke now to throw, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for nothing. On the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, Zoo. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
You ready? 57 to Mike. Hey, box drop. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
This is Bell. Bell sheds him off. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 39, Darnold toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
Now it's Darnold. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Mike, check, 59, 59. Hey, watch your leg.
Off of play action, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Darnold and the Jets come up third and long following the sack. Faking the give, Darnold. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Down. 60 or.
Cut.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On second down now, it's Gordon. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 17.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check 6 guys. Big A.
Orbit.
Locke taking the snap at 1. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Ready? They'll run with Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Broncos have retaken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully
under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Throwing on second and long. Darnold caught here by Bell. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34.
Mike, check, 59. Now watch one.
Hey, exit.
To throw is Darnold. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 26-yard line.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Bell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Third and 2, Darnold. And he's got a noon one. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a first and 10.
Check 15. Check 3.
Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Showing it. He's coming. We got double up. Bang, 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 bang.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second-guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
On 2nd and 7, Locke got Gordon open, completes it.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd and 2.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
5. Go. 51. Shoot.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 64 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now to the air. Rock. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off near his own 48. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like
And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A.J. Boye with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter.